Welcome to the Jay and Friends Podcast.
Yeah. All right, hit record.
Mike.
Check. I'm good. Yeah, so like when you see it like on social media, because all anyone is giving you is a perception of their life.
Yeah.
So if it's hard to say for the women's side, but like for the man side, you see like, all right, Shorty got business, she lit, she working, she looking good. You know, she got that fly shit on. She got the labels. It's like depending on the type of man you are, because you might be a scamming ass nigga, or you might be a dude that's just like, who cares? Like anybody can be bad. Like anybody can be bad. It don't matter.
Right.
But it's like, if you see it, you want to come correct.
True.
Because you, like us, we're thinking, we see as far as the outside what it possibly can be. So you don't want to come without like coming correct when you try to holler at or whatever.
Quality.
You know? Yeah.
Quality.
Yeah. And that's what you hope they probably are looking for.
Hopefully.
Because sometimes they don't. Like, hey, they trying to still be outside too.
It was a meme the day I seen it said B words will have sex with a dude that looked like he got money for free, but charge a broke dude to have sex.
Yeah.
I said, boy, he hit the nail on the head.
That's definitely facts of life right there.
You would charge a dude that don't look like he got money. He got to pay. It was. I sent you that video that chick was saying in the car with the dude.
Yeah, I mean it's been like that for eons. You know, being down. You know, Foxy Ladies, Norma Jeans, and shit like that. Being around the strip club culture, and being friends with strippers, dancers, exotic dancers, whatever.
Performers.
Yeah. That they don't perform no more, so we'll just go with dancing.
That's right.
They don't do no performing. Nah. That they would say that like, girl, like he got money, and that's all because fucking fresh. Fucking might got some ice on. He might not. Might have a nice watch, but it just aesthetically, I got on some clothes.
Yeah,
don't look like I got money. It just look like I got some fucking clothes.
Compared to what she's saying, he got money.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. I mean, I don't. Of course, I don't frequent like I used to in my heyday. I don't frequent any strip clubs anymore. But I remember, at a time, that actually used to be a performance. It used to be ass shaking, ass moving.
She had a set.
Whole work.
Set.
Yeah, like they have their music, like DJ.
Play my shit.
Yeah.
And you nobody else bet not.
Yeah, they can't dance to their shit. Yeah.
And
like
every week you get a new performance. It might be the same song until they switch it up.
Mm-hmm.
But like I remember like I'm trying to think like that ooh girl, have you seen that? The T-Pain Lil Wayne.
Okay, yeah.
Make that booty.
Mm-hmm.
She had a whole routine to that.
Yeah. Like, Project Pack, come on some shit. Make that ass clap. Up to me now. Like, It used to be fun. Like, that's when I say, like, strip club shit was fun. Because it was like, yo, I'm amazed of what she just did. Either, like, especially dancers have the best upper body strength, yo.
Yes, sir.
The shit, how they pull up. They'll pull up with their legs spread. I mean, just like, yo, how you doing that?
Make her body just straight stiff.
All that bar work, like you'll see motherfuckers lifting, like she
can't do a
she on the pole, she making her legs.
Oh, don't do when they both one girl upside down, the other girl together, and then she a springboard for her while she. Oh my god,
that was back when damn, I forgot their names, but they used to do the surfing shit. I forgot their names. Like that shit was. That's when strip club was fun. It made you throw your money. Now they just walk around like you tipping.
Listen, I would dig in my bag. You getting my money. I'm like, pardon me, brother. I'm going over the bar. Man.
And I understand sometimes you go And a dude will have you do all types of shit, and he done gave you $1,
$2.
$2. He done, and she done did all types of shit. So I understand that. But the whole culture, as far as here, I don't know how it is still down in Miami or further down south or Philly. Philly be lit too. I've been to a strip club up there. No, I can't. Me and Jimmy went. I can't think of the name of it. It was big as hell. But it was nice in there though. Like a performance. Give me something to make me entertain me, make me want to throw my money. Like, nigga, did you just see? Nigga, she sprayed that thing. Oh my God.
The thing is I think the shift came after I had that run from like 06 to like 11. Then the shift came where Instagram rolled out and girls was like, oh, I could show my body and get likes. Oh, now I don't really got to do much. I could just sashay around the club. And then that was the rise of the bartenders too. So
that
bartenders and
bartending,
Instagram girls and the hosters. The hostings.
They definitely, I remember the change where it was the pretty bartenders and it went from just having on just like some regular clothes to now she damn near dressed like them.
Yep. And it's like, come to my bar. They got their own flyer.
Yeah.
Come see me. And then the bartender.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I won't say where it originated from, but I know New York had that shit on lock.
Yep.
When it came to the bartenders, like they
100.
were making more money than maybe the dancers for real.
Yeah, man.
But I know I will say this before we start. I know one thing with Baltimore. I know it used to be the liquor board also was attached to a lot of shit that the liquor board would tell them they would lose their license if they would go through the period where the girls couldn't get naked, or the girls would be on stage and they might be doing something sexual. One of them might eat a girl out or might do something.
Like nah.
And I do know like the liquor board was like, we'll shut you down for that. Like, bro, what?
Tripping.
Yeah.
Oh man, trip down memory lane.
Yeah, the good old days.
All right. Yo. We bike.
Mm-hmm.
We bike. Man, listen. I want to welcome y'all to the Jam Friends Podcast. Episode 267. I'm your host, J.com. Nell is here.
Yo.
Listen, we here for a good time, not a long time. It is now June. Congratulations to us and y'all.
Yeah.
We halfway through the year.
Time to get some 80-degree weather, man.
Yeah.
That
Let me see.
Rain, cold.
We
rain.
need that. Yeah, we needed that.
Maybe it was like April.
It felt like it.
That shit was May showers.
Felt like it. Before I get started, I want to send a shout out to those that waiting for them, those that waiting for them, those that waiting for them to shout, those that hang out at the video all day, shout United States of Baltimore, Zone 18, and the rest of PG County, and all my thugs wearing Under Armour. It's been a crazy week. I've been dealing with a lot of back, like my back. I went to the ER last week before the pod. I had a back injury from jumping out of planes, man, and I was just having real bad back spasms. And I had this happen in 2013, and it was my back and my neck, and they couldn't tell me why. But so I went through that, dealing with that, and then I caught a cold, so I was down all weekend, boy, like laid up. But I feel so much better now. It's hot as fuck outside now.
Yeah, it is.
It ain't like July, August hot.
No.
To me, I love it. Only really get hot in July, August.
Yeah, we hit them 80s this week.
Yeah, we are recording early because Jazzy Summer Nights, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we outside. we gonna be there. So before we get started, man, I'ma start the pod like this.
Don't like to apologize, do they, fellas? Tell the truth. Hell no. You know how women apologize? I'm sorry. Let it go. I did it. It's over. Stop tripping. When we do something, they don't let us forget a motherfucking thing. It be 2 years later. They on their period, want to go get something to eat. Go ask that bitch with the blue sweater on. She want to go.
Welcome to the Jam Friends Podcast featuring Nell. We are here. We are bike.
That's something like Sexy Red would have got off to.
Yeah, she should have. But whoever, I forgot where I found this. I found this a few weeks ago. And I never had a chance. I'm saving this for June. And man,
I love Sexy Red, little ratchet ass. Yo,
I do
she's
too.
so ratchet.
I do too.
So
Just-
fucking ratchet.
Just clean up a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
Yeah, she is literally unapologetically her. I love it.
So, let me see. I'm opening up with June is Men's Health Awareness Month. And I gotta find my little bookmark. It's Men's Health Awareness Month. It's in June, and it aims to raise awareness of preventable health issues and encourage early detection and treatment in men and boys. Men have a 41% higher mortality rate than women and are more likely to die from 8 of the top 10 causes of death. In this range, blah, blah, blah. I lost my spot. I got my glasses. So this month is going to focus on a range of educational campaigns and national screenings. And so it's mental health. It's some key things they want you to pay attention to is your mental health. Cancer, prostate cancer is the second leading cause of cancer in men. Erectile dysfunction, heart disease, colorectal cancer, smoking, doctor visits, friendships, and retirement savings. Friendships, it said friendships can positively impact health. Making time for others, even virtually, is important. And then retirement is planning for your future investment, and a retirement for each month is important. So those are the top things that they want to highlight. So I also wanted to just again highlight us Men's Health Awareness Month.
That's like the guy from Sports Science, John Brinkus. If I'm saying his last name correctly.
I think I seen he passed away.
Yeah, he died by suicide.
Damn.
Yeah, he said he was dealing with depression. Once I saw that they said he passed away of depression, I already knew that. And I just like cold word up. Thought that he died by suicide.
Yeah.
He was 54 years old. I used to like those little Sports Science shits though.
That's young, bro.
Mhm.
That's young. Thoughts and prayers to his family. And anybody dealing with depression. I've dealt with depression at a point. And it's not like life is bad. Sometimes life is life. And you have to either seek help through the higher power, seek comfort from your friends and family, or go to a therapist, and maybe even some point medication. But
yeah, I mean, it said
anybody.
right here, like his family is saying, anyone who's struggling with depression, that they really need to seek help as much as they can.
Yeah. So mental health and get those early screenings, fellas. Like this is Men's Health Awareness Month. We gonna continue. I'm gonna continue for all the podcasts in June. Just reiterate that. Don't be scared to go to the doctor, because that's a stigma in the Black community for men. Is scared to go to the doctor. So
Hell yeah. Like right now, me, I mean, I'm not telling y'all folks my business this time, but I have all types of shit going on right now at the moment. And this doesn't have me like battling any depression, anything like that, because I've had my bouts with depression. And with me, like I can function a decent amount, like being myself to a certain degree. Like when I'm at work, I'm at work. You might can tell when there's something on my mind, if I'm not there, I'm not checked into a lot of the conversation. Like I hear you, but I'm really not checked into the shit.
Yeah.
But I've dealt with it with a lot of things, and people can think so much shit could be going on. Like, oh yeah, I got tons of sneakers, and you have a job, you handsome, all that shit. But like, there could be other shit that's going on in your mind, and it's just you can't shake the shit. And I have plenty of shit that be going on, like with me, like, man, a lot. So I deal with this shit a lot. Just me, I'm just not a selfish person. I've thought about checking out a good amount of times, but I'm just not selfish. And I always thought that like doing that is a selfish act. I understand, but I also think it's a selfish act. So I think of my daughters and I think of my mother.
yeah.
Those are the 3 people who I just, out of anybody, I think of them. Even though my girls are getting older, they still my babies until the day I die. And then I just know what it would do to my mother. So that's the only reason why, like, I can actually say, like, I literally live day by day because of them. I don't other than that, I really don't really have no reason to live. That's just my thoughts. Like I'm just here every day because of my mothers and my sister. My mother and my mother, my sisters, my daughter. That's it. Because I know what it would do to them. Other than that, I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's just me. But far as checking up, I mean, make sure you go to the hospital. I got all types of appointments and shit lined up. Shit, I went to the dentist and got my teeth cleaned today, but I have other issues and other physical issues and problems that I'm going through. So just make sure you do go and get these things looked at, because you'll be able to, if it's something bad, if it's cancer or something like that, you can be able to stop this shit. So, I mean, this cancer is definitely one of the number one killers besides us killing us. It's cancer. So just make sure, you go and get you a primary doctor. If you don't have a primary doctor, just go get checked out. Go get your physical, especially if you have a job and you have insurance. You're letting these people take your goddamn money every week, every 2 weeks, and you're not even going to the doctors, which is crazy within itself. Take your ass to the doctors and get checked up.
Run it up. Yeah, man.
Then take your ass to the dentist, goddamn it. Most jobs you can go twice. You can go get 2 cleanings a year. Get that shit out your mouth, literally.
Yeah, you keep neglecting, you're going to be missing side teeth, dog.
Mm-hmm. I got all mine.
Yeah.
I can smile hard.
The side.
I got all mine, Jack.
Oh, man. Let's get started, dog. Pentagon targets fuel moves for troops to cut PCS costs. Military members should be moving less frequently for greater stability and to save taxpayer dollars, according to a defense official who set the process in motion for the reductions. The memo on Wednesday, Pentagon officials ordered military service branches to cut in half the amount of money they spend on permanent change of stations, or PCS moves, by fiscal 2030. The DoD spends about $5 billion a year on these moves, which includes physical moves of household goods, as well as allowances and other entitlements related to moving. So, basically, when I was telling Nell in pre-production, the old way is you get to a base, you normally there 2 to 3 years, then you out. Now they want you there between 7 to 9. So you might see maybe 3 bases in your time, as opposed to in the early 2000s, you could be at 9, 10 bases in your whole career, even more. So 10? Hell yeah. You get there once you in process about a year and a half, 2 years in, they say orders basically saying, up. You leaving Baltimore, you going to fucking California and get there about a year and a half in. Yep, in a year you going to so and so. So and it used to be like that.
Where the spots you were stationed?
San Antonio, Baltimore, or Edgewood, Seattle, Bragg, and that's it. And then when I live with my brother, Jacksonville, and so yeah.
Is it an inconvenience? Like when you move, is it?
Hell no. You could make some money if you wanted to. So if you lazy like me, you literally, bro, you don't pack up shit. They come to your house, you do an inspection, and you sit there and watch. They pack up every fucking thing that ain't fucking glue, cemented, a screw to the walls or whatever. Everything. They will pack it. Drawers, everything. Load it up. Or you pack it yourself. You go get the U-Haul truck, and then you go get it weighed empty. You move all your shit in it, and then you go to the weight station, and then they weigh it, and you get paid based off the weight. Now I've seen niggas go get
the more is better.
You get an allowance based off your rank and a number of dependents. So like I was single, but my kids didn't live with me, so I had like a certain amount of weight. So I was able to, I think, I don't want to get into it, but when I left North Carolina, came back here, I was able to put like the motorcycle and like they put all that shit in there, and I was still underweight. So a whole house full of shit, sneakers, everything, the motorcycle. When you're going overseas, you got a weight limit. So like a nigga got like, let's say he got 2 Teslas, a motorcycle, and the 2 pickup trucks. You ain't taking all that. It's too much weight. Like you get a weight allowance. So, but if you moving yourself, you can max it out. So let's say they say you are authorized 8,000 pounds. let's say you weigh your truck and it's 9,500, they just gonna max you out at 8,000 pounds. But a lot of
when you
people,
go overseas, you can take something with you.
hell yeah, depending on where you're going. If you're going to Europe, you can take cars. You can take you pack your whole house up. If you're going to Korea, you ain't taking no car. Most people buy a car there, and it's also if it's they call it you have a dependent accompanying you, so your kid or your wife, whatever. But most times, I had orders to go to Germany. I got out of it because this crazy bitch I was dating had orders to
Crazy
go
woman.
to. I mean, yeah, crazy woman. Had orders to go to, and I was like, nah, I'd rather go to Iraq. I went back to Iraq than to go to Germany with that girl. So I was like, nah, but
I would definitely take, if I could take my car, I'm taking my car.
What I had a Malibu on some 20s back then. You couldn't have told me nothing with the flip out dash on it.
But you're just driving on the other side of the road and all that shit you gotta get used to.
Yeah, I would have bought a car over there. Everybody normally they say in Germany you just buy your little beater over there.
Well, I mean, back then you had the bike, so I at least would have had the bike with me. Something is coming with
me. Yeah. But yeah.
You miss your bike?
It's in storage.
Oh, okay.
I had that itch to ride the other day. I had that itch to ride the other day, but I be thinking about my kids, and I was like, man, I have
Jigsaw.
Yeah, 1,000 sitting in storage. I crank it out every now and then. I had that urge to ride, but I know me, so I don't know. I thought about it, bringing it back out. The helmet's in the garage. I don't know. Government funding has been cut from Job Corp. If y'all been on the rock, if you listen to this podcast, you know we are big advocates of Job Corp. Federal government pulls the plug on training programs for the low income youth. The future of critical job training programs put on hold. Literally, this week the U.S. Department of Labor announced it will pause all operations at contractor-run Job Corps centers nationwide by June 30th. The move affects thousands of students and staff across the country and is already getting serious backlash from both Republicans and Democratic lawmakers. The Job Corps program has been around since the 60s. Shit. Helping low-income teens and young adults between 16 and 24 get vocational training, education, and a shot at a stable job. But according to the Labor Secretary, Lori Chavez DeRemer, the program isn't delivering like it used to. She pointed it out. Trouble incident reports and a deepening financial hole. FY24 alone saw a $140 million deficit, and FY25 is projected $213 million deficit. The Department of Labor says it'll help students transition out of the program and cover their travel costs. To that, you say what now?
Well, it's 121 centers
across the nation.
Across the nation, 2 in Puerto Rico. And if they were having problems, if it's problems in those certain centers that's not up to par, then I think they should just shut them down. I don't think everyone should be punished for other schools if there's violence there or they just aren't learning. I was in Pittsburgh Job Corps. That was one of the top Job Corps in the country at the time. It was like top 5.
Pittsburgh?
Yes. At the time I was there, that was back in 2000. So I didn't have to deal with like Job Corps was. It really felt like everything was for you and it was for me. That they were there to teach you. Like I was taught more in Job Corps than I was in high school. I was only at Job Corps for a year and 2 months. And at high school, you could pay a teacher. You could pay Corbin, and he'll give you a good grade. Like that shit was huge. Like, you could pay Corbin, he's gonna get a good grade.
Yeah.
It's sad because of the great things that can come from being Job Corps. Like I spoke on last week. Like I wouldn't be half the man I am today if it wasn't for Job Corps. I am in Job Corps Hall of Fame because of my testing scores and everything that I did within Job Corps. I did 2 trades while I was there. So when I got the Job Corps, I was 17. So I went there initially because I wanted to get my CDL. So I went there at 17. I had no GED. I had no license, anything. So I got my GED, I had my driver's license, and then I became a certified electrician and a certified plumber. That wasn't what my heart was. My heart was in driving trucks. I wanted to drive buses and shit like my
Nigga, you
Nell
got
was.
3 trades.
Yeah.
Nigga.
So I wanted to actually go back and do 4. I actually wanted to go to Tennessee and learn how to drive cranes.
You can do as many as you want, but till you turn 24?
You got 2 years. Do whatever you can in 2 years.
Okay.
You get 2 years eligibility. And when I went back, I didn't press them hard enough. He was like, oh man, you already got this, you got that, you should be fine. And I should have pressed them a little bit more to get me back in there so I could have went to Tennessee and learn how to drive cranes.
That's dope.
So that's one of the other Job Corps you could have went to. Like in Pittsburgh, you go to the Job Corps of what trades that they have. So in Pittsburgh at that time in 2000, you had culinary arts. You can be a chef. Like a friend of mine, she was from here, West Baltimore, Stricker Street. She went from being regular person to a chef in LA.
Damn.
Construction, like electrician, plumber, heavy machinery mechanic, office stuff. I know CNA, GNA, and this is like I say, back in 2000. And it was a couple more things that was also there that you can learn. And it was great. And then whenever you pass something, you could go to like a different Job Corps for advanced training and shit like that. Like if you had your CDLs and you got your CDL A, you could go to, I think Texas. I think
So follow on school?
Texas to go to Roadway. And Roadway would have you'd have got a job with Roadway and they would have taught you how to drive doubles and triples.
Shit.
It's like Job Corps is shit. Like that's why I always was a huge advocate of it. Like you need to send your kids because once again it was free. They got paid every 2 weeks. It started off at like $30 every 2 weeks, some shit like that. I was there at that time. Once again, 25 years ago, I was at like $75 every 2 weeks. They would give you a clothing allotment. They give you like $250. They wanted you to buy like clothes with like business attire, some slacks, some shoes, something like that. No. Mama and grandma do that shit. I'm gonna go get fresh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was a lot of shit that you could do. Like even if you had already had your diploma, if you already came to Job Corps, you had your diploma or your CDL, they would give you $250. They give you $250. You'll get everything at the end. So I had with the 3 trades that I did, I came home from Job Corps with over $10,000.
Oh, so you could it was like a little spot where you could see how much money you done racked up?
Yeah, because it'll tell you how much you get per. There's this thing called spinoff. So say you need 15 spinoffs to complete this trade. Each spinoff is $250. I did 3 trades.
Run him up.
So they split it up. It's like a 70-30. They give you money in a check when you first leave Job Corps. So I left Job Corps. I probably had like $1,500 in my pocket and like a $2,000 check. When you hold a job in your field, I think for 6 months,
how you prove it?
They'll send you the rest of your bread.
How
you just had a job.
Oh, and they just check in?
And that's how I did when I was driving school buses. Send me the rest of my bread. That's what they did. That check come. Like,
then you put them on flats.
No, that wasn't that. I was driving school buses. I was driving school buses. Yeah. J. King Transportation. I was driving school buses. But no, man, it just was a great thing, man. I met so many friends there, man. From my man, Jimmy, Yayo, all my DC friends, my Philly friends.
What's the Puerto Rican dude you said?
Tito,
yeah.
My man Tito. Like it's crazy. 25 years later, I'm still friends with these people. Like they come to Baltimore, we go to DC, we go to Philly, and I'm still friends with them. So it's like a lifetime thing of friendship. And I'm sad that that it had to go. And another thing, like I was saying, a lot of people literally have nowhere else to go. They have no home. That is their home. And that's the saddest part because who knows what they're trying to get away from and what they're trying to become. And now they don't have anything. They gave them, I think, like 2 weeks. They got like 2 weeks and they put them out. Gotta go.
I would say, and I can only speak for Maryland. And I was saying this when I was getting my hair done Tuesday. I think that with the fact that they're cutting Job Corps, right? We gotta, and parents and anybody who know you need to spread the word that I think if you are a dual parent household, if you make less than 150, in a single parent household, if you make less than 100 or less, your kids go to college, go to community college for free. And that's a little known fact here in Maryland. So you get, all you gotta do is just pay for your books and tuition. Oh, I might say that. I think books covered too. But you go to school for free. And that's another alternative. All those schools ain't for everybody, but we don't have Job Corp anymore. But you can go to the community colleges to get the HVAC, the electrician. You don't have to just go the traditional. I was, you got to go there for 2 years and you go to big college. No, you can get a trade.
And they was doing HVAC. They were starting to do HVAC when I transitioned out of that to start my CDL training. They were doing HVAC and they were learning the trainers. They were learning how to do HVAC and he was learning how to do fiber optics. I used to always go over there and talk. And this, once again, this is back in 2000. So if you was able to get that back then, and then especially when Verizon kicked off, and you know how far ahead of the game you could have been learning fiber optics and how Verizon runs their company with that shit, man. Man, you talking about so much money.
Yeah.
And man, I hope they can figure something out, man, to get get Job Corp back up and running. Hopefully this is something that's temporary and get these people back where they belong. Because like you just were saying, like even with college, you could have went to Job Corp for college. Like if you wanted to go to, for us, let's see, Baltimore or something like that, you could have went to go to BCC or CCBC or Essex Community College. They literally pay for everything. Your books, tuition. They even gave you a goddamn bus pass to get back and forth. Once your monthly bus pass is out, you turn it in, they give you a new bus pass. Like that shit was like love, man. So hopefully they figure out something to get Job Corp back up and running. And if they had to do cuts, like, hey, do you really need 2 goddamn Job Corps in Puerto Rico? I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't mind. I went going out Puerto Rico back there.
Let me, boy, listen.
If it was not talking like that just 2 minutes ago.
Now let me would have wanted send me over the water. Yeah, I want to
because you got Woodstock, Potomac. I think we have 3 in Maryland.
You said DC, well, Virginia, I guess, because by the Pentagon.
Yeah, the one that's by the Pentagon. That might be Potomac. But it's
Potomac got to be like way.
It's definitely 3 because when I go get checked in, to go to the AOC and all those buildings, I literally have to pull into Job Corp parking lot at times and wait for my contact to answer before I proceed to go.
Gotcha.
And that's literally right there with a pickup at. So it's at least 3 in Maryland. But everybody used to go to Woodstock. Like, I went to Job Corp. My mother that's one thing. She was like, you ain't going there. You better pick 2 clothes. You might as well stay home.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers would leave in a heartbeat and like, yo, that shit up in like by Woodlawn and up with it. Like,
yo, for real?
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta bounce.
No, you gotta go.
You gotta get up out of here.
You gotta get off Mama Titty.
You
gotta
go.
No, you gotta go, man. But,
again, man. Shout out to Jocko. Hopefully, I was telling Nell in the car, man. Hopefully, they bring it back. With once Big T out of office, they bring telework back and everything they wiping out. I hope they bring it back.
But I mean, stay on this little quick thing. But so I was seeing on social media, like you had people like Ball Alert or some shit like that was saying. You had people in the comments saying like, "Oh, you guys are worrying about these pardons of Larry Hoover and Young Boy. This is the shit y'all should be worrying about." Big T had to get approval though, right? He just can't.
No, he can pardon anybody he want.
No, I'm not that with Job Corp saying he cutting Job Corp because he's the president. So
well, he didn't. The lady name is because
they was making
the labor secretary Lloyd Chavez de Rimmer.
Because they was making it as like it was a Big T thing that.
Well, I think it probably was. They're not saying all the way exactly, but I'm assuming it was part of that budget, his budget plan, just to cut it. It is just one of them things where you didn't see it. Like, them bills be 1,000 pages and it just be little blurbs of whatever they gonna cut. So who knows? Or it could have been a Doge thing. But the fact that you cutting this shit is, you literally talking about $140 million deficit, $213 million in comparison to the $1 trillion that we spend in billions of dollars for funding and shit. Like, what are we? This is pennies.
Mm-hmm.
A budget of $213 million, a deficit, in like this is pennies. Like,
that's why the shit lasted since the 60s.
Exactly. If anything, how about you put in you overhaul the program or put some more stringent protocols or procedures in place to mitigate some of these whatever that shit she said, these bad pockets of behavior or whatever the case may be. I again, I know through Job Corp, I've heard of it, but like I never met somebody. And then when you told me about all the shit to do, I'm an advocate for it. I just had a conversation with my son about this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, now you taking an avenue for somebody away. Like a lot of times people barely make it through high school or don't make it through high school. And then this is somebody put them on, and this is the turning point in their life that put them on a trajectory.
It was for me because I wasn't nothing but a follower, cutting class, shooting dice.
Cutting class and shit. Cutting class.
That's it. Going home early. So when Mama Nell said, yo, you got to make a choice. It's the military or Job Corp.
Nigga said, no, because you said I'd rather get locked up.
Hey. It was that. I was going to be a very good drug dealer.
Yeah. Yo, I'm your host, J.Con, the host of the Jam Friends podcast featuring Nell. Listen, I need a real quick favor, man. Listen, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, on anywhere you stream my podcast from, like, share, comment, subscribe. About 90% of y'all who listen to it don't even subscribe. So go on and do that. Let's fight these algorithms and get the podcast in front of everybody who need to hear it, man. Let's do it. So on the heels of that, I was surfing Instagram and I seen this thing. It was like high school students are graduating with $70,000 per year offers after learning trades while in school and skipping college. Trade companies are increasingly hiring workers fresh out of high school to counter baby boomers retiring. Skilled high school graduates can expect immediately earn as much as $70,000 in professions such as plumbing, electrical work, and welding. In this particular picture, Elijah Rio, 17, won't be graduating until next year, but he already has a job lined up where he'll make $68,000 annually. As an automated and artificial intelligence continues to spook younger generations when it comes to their future jobs prospects, more businesses are directly partnering with high schools to allow students to work part-time and earn money while attaining academic credits. So I fucks with that. I really do fucks with that.
No, that's good. I mean, that's how some high schools used to be. Even when I was up Lake, I did brick masonry work. I can't remember the teacher name, but he taught us how to do brickwork. Miss Baker, my favorite teacher ever, in high school, she taught us how to type. And so I didn't need to learn type. I don't type fucking no.
Ain't packing.
I'm on a motherfucking, I'm fast.
ASDF,
it was crazy because my mom had this little computer, little keyboard thing, and it taught you how to type. So I already knew how to type because she taught me already my home keys and all that. So I already was fast. And then when I went to Miss Baker and she taught me how to really type, well, I typed fast as shit. Sometimes I type too goddamn fast, so I be having to slow down. And so some of that shit you learn in high school. I was talking to Drum, and Drum went to Emerson, and Drum in the house now redoing it. His floor is kind of like the same color. He redoing his house, and he doing all the work himself.
He learned that in high school?
He learned in high school.
Shut up, fucking Drum, man. Yo,
I talked to him today. He sent me pictures like, yo,
light skinned niggas doing work.
He was like, yo, he was like, shit, I ain't forget this shit. He like, fuck that. But I look like pants in the body, and I learned this shit in school.
Yeah.
And Drum old nigga. So I was like, Drum, he been removed out of school longer than me. So shit, Drum probably was like class of like 9-7, maybe 9-6.
OG to the OG.
Yeah, so Drum probably got out of there like 9-6, 9-7.
All right, Drum. You know what?
But my man, he like, no, look at this shit. I mean, it look good. Born look good. So that shit is worth it. That's one thing schools need to get back to is if Job Corp gonna be gone, they at least need to show these kids some type of goddamn skill. Even with Mervo, my friend Tom used to teach kids how to do build cabinets and stuff like that. And he was teaching them how to do sneaker boxes, and he was doing that at Mervo.
In high school?
In high school.
That's dope.
They was teaching them how to do that. And also they always had like body work. They always did body work up Mervo, teach how to do that shit. So Mervo always been good.
They need to bring that back, man.
They really do. Especially with cutting. If you're going to be cutting Job Corp, you got to do something, give these kids some type of goddamn skill.
Crazy thing is they are getting rid of the Department of Education and putting shit down back to the state. So we'll see how this gonna work out though.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about how companies are hiring students straight out of high school, making up $70,000, right? So I just found this during our pre-production. According to the top consulting firm McKinsey, approximately 43% of black workers make less than $30,000 a year. Today, black workers earn about 30% less than white workers, which amounts to a $10,000 difference in annual income. The gap has a major effect on things like financial stability, spending power, and ability to build long-term wealth. Although black workers represent 12.9% of the U.S. workforce, they receive just 9.6% of all wages. Almost half of all black workers are employed in industries such as healthcare, retail, and food service. However, most of them hold lower-paying service jobs rather than the high level positions like managers or professionals. White median wage across U.S. workers is about $42,000 a year, and 43% of workers make under $30,000 annually. Yo, that's nuts. That is nuts.
That's probably back when I was driving school bus or some shit like that. Like I told you, I was making $10.80 an hour. My check was $198.98. That was my check weekly when I first started driving school buses fresh out of Job Corp.
Bruh.
I used to hate that check. They're like, yo, can I get an even 200? God dang. 198. And then I ain't have a bank account yet. So
cash the check.
I was going to the check cashing spot. So they was hitting me.
Woo! Take another 5% off. Yep. Slide him over. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm trying to think, like, if anybody listening in the YouTube in the comments, tell me where a single man could live for $30,000. And I know you're gonna give me some shit like some parish in Louisiana or trailer in fucking Indiana, but not a metro city. I know you can live in a metro city, but give me a decent sized city where a single black man with no kids can go to work and live for $30,000. I know one off the top of my head.
Probably where my friend was at. Probably down in Alabama, because I know she said like she was down in Mobile. She like that shit slow as a motherfucker down there.
Lexington, Kentucky. I think you can live for $30,000. No kids. You can live.
You say Mobile, that shit country is a motherfucker. She's from DC. She's back living here now.
Mobile?
But she was down in Alabama for a minute. She was down there where Rich Boy lived at too. Like, I see his big head ass all the time around town.
I'm gonna call an Alabama person.
Oh, yeah, spy.
Yep. Call my man Mike. Let me see if Mike.
Because when you down there, where you working at plants and shit like that? Like it ain't no real fucking job. You working at the local everything.
I know, right?
Well, it's possibly like down at when you go over Eastern Shore. When you're over Eastern Shore, the motherfuckers work at the Purdue plant. And almost everybody work at the Purdue plant over that motherfucker.
Yo, Mike Will, this is Jay from the podcast. What's good, boy?
Man, everything's everything. Slow motion.
I got a question for you.
I got an answer for you.
All right, so you in Alabama. Is there any place in Alabama where a single black man makes $30,000 can survive?
Hell nah.
I thought it was.
No.
30 racks can't even get you nowhere.
30 racks. Nah. You gotta go somewhere like Buffalo, New York.
30,000 ain't getting you in Buffalo.
No.
Not
no.
Buffalo, Mike.
Yeah. Syracuse, Buffalo, Albany, one of them.
Hell no.
Nah, 30 racks. Nah. I said maybe one of them little crazy parishes in like Louisiana, but I might have thought Alabama you can get it off.
Nah, you listen. Even these jokers out in the country, they
So what you think a minimum of what?
So the median income down here is like 52,000.
You in what part of Alabama?
So I'm in Madison, outside of Huntsville.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm out here with the doctors and lawyers.
My man. They expect nothing less.
You go to Huntsville, you with the school teachers and principals.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Everything good though, boy?
Man, you know me, man. Shoot, move, and communicate.
No, that's
Well, they
right.
say the average income in Mobile, Alabama, as of 2023 is 31,000 single, 51,000 as a household.
You said Mobile?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's inaccurate.
I just Googled it. I mean, not saying Google is
Google,
correct, but they
Google
said
might
as far
be
as
lying to us.
2023,
I think that's inaccurate. I
it's
got some people out
31,000.
in Mobile, and they doing okay out there in Mobile.
And they say that Mobile's
Now the job market out there is shaky. I will say that. Places like Mobile, Gurley, what's that sundown town they got down the street?
I don't know.
I can't think of the name of it. It's right down the street from me. They still got a sundown town out here.
oh wow.
Yeah,
I can believe
but
it.
even those areas, I say mid to high 40s, and these jokers is buying with them 40,000.
Yeah.
And it ain't nothing we would live in.
As of 2024, they said the cost of living is 17% lower than the national average in Mobile. And that was from 2024.
I listen, they still got Piggly Wigglies where the food cheap. However, but here, okay, so here's what I will say. I thought that because in Maryland, I used to get bread. I thought Maryland was like one of the hustle capitals. Alabama is a fucking hustle capital. It's a hustle hub. Everybody down here got multiple jobs, streams of income. A lot of these people, they got more lawn care services down here than a little bit.
All that land.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And they're now you gotta think, like they're people own land out here, so some of these lawn care services are only targeting contracted land, right? Some of them are only doing subdivisions and communities. Some of them take over apartment complexes where they cut all the grass in the complex. Like everybody out here got to hustle. Every third person that I know down here got a motherfucking food truck.
There it is.
Made me want to get one. Like, motherfucker, I stuff the shit out of some wings with some goddamn turkey meat or some ground turkey and smoke them bitches in apple wood. Yeah.
Oh shit! Hey man, I appreciate you picking up, Mike. I'm gonna get at with you when I get done with the pod.
Absolutely, my brother. It's always love. We'll talk.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Go.
All right. I see another average now. This one looks more. They say about the average. They're doing a year down there. It's like 48,000.
That's kind of close to what he said. Yeah.
Probably it said it works out approximately to be $23 an hour, which is equivalent to $929 a week. But then he also says most salaries in Mobile range between $34,000 and to $60,000.
I'm gonna do some work. That's gonna be my homework. I'm coming back next week, and I'm gonna find some cities where you can live for less than $30,000, and I'm gonna tell you the job that you can get. So I'm gonna do some research.
I mean, but once again, down Mobile, like you working at the plant, you cutting a lot of grass. I mean, how much grass you gonna fucking cut?
He said Piggly Wiggly.
Oh yeah, and like you said, them sundown towns. I know they still down in West Virginia too. You don't know about them sundown towns, ladies and gentlemen. If your ass is black, get your ass out of there before the sun is down.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy Lee and them boys. Hey, them pickup trucks get the following your ass. You bet to step on it.
Yeah.
They don't sell nigga pies down there.
Whites only.
You said 30,000, 32,000. Said 30,000?
Who?
You said how much?
30,000.
30,000.
Yeah, because the article said approximately 43% of workers make less than 30,000 a year. So I just using that as just a baseline average. Like if they saying that less than 30,000, I want to find somewhere where you could live off of 30,000. So I'm gonna try to find it. So another topic that is fresh off the brain is Gen Z is enrolling in courses to learn basic life skills. So anybody that don't know what Gen Z is individuals born between 1997 and 2012. So they are currently between the ages of 13 and 28.
They got Pittsburgh on here.
As a what?
I put in what where's it possible to live at 30,000 a year? And they have Midwest cities, Indianapolis, Rust Belt cities is Pittsburgh.
All right, now you gave me two cities.
Secondary cities is Tucson.
Hell no. You must live in a teepee somewhere. You camping. You ain't living.
Hey, that's what they said.
You ain't you camping. You ain't living. So Gen Zs are enrolling in adult learning 101 courses to learn basic life skills. While Gen Z leads the new tech-driven era, many still lack crucial life skills that AI cannot fix yet to become ready for life when it does take its toll.
Damn.
Older generations were taught basics.
Oh, I don't want to.
Go ahead.
Yo. This breakdown
Of what?
of like, if you made 30,000 a year,
Uh-huh.
that's $14.42 an
Hour.
Yo, there's some people at the job that ain't making 20.
Why they making what? How much an hour? 10?
Nah.
11?
15, 18.
They probably got child support. Woo.
God. And I remember when I was there, first started getting $15 an hour. That was eons ago, but like I remember that because I remember at 15, I'm like, I need to get to 20. And then from 20 to 25.
See, all right, fuck the Gen Z shit.
Damn.
This goes into that thing where like, and it's off topic. Sometimes people be together because it costs too much to live alone. You know that girl crazy as fuck. She ain't shit.
And that's the old age tale of 50-50. You ain't making no fucking money. Neither one of y'all.
Oh, so we gotta go 50-50. We gotta survive.
It's nice shit. You ain't like you living in the fucking ghetto, bro. Like, that's why I don't be understanding. I had a conversation with a friend about this the other day. She was like, nigga, I wouldn't mind
Going 50-50.
She because she already knows what she's coming with. She's coming with 3 kids.
Yeah.
I know what I'm coming with.
Yeah.
So I make money, but for what I have, if somebody comes in and wants to now help,
Come on, Braggy.
please.
Braggy.
And she make decent money where she works. We literally just had this conversation. And that goes back to that, yo. Like, that's what I be saying. I'm like, once again.
I think people get caught up in the 50-50 as opposed to shared living expenses.
Oh, man.
The dinner just told you don't be eating nice.
She did. She definitely did. God damn.
Yo, if you call it shared living expenses, it's like prostitution or paying for a service. You know what I'm saying? It's like how you package it. Shared expenses.
I promise you, I don't be understanding that shit. Like, yo, if I say I got the mortgage, can't pay the gas and electric. If I got the gas, if I have the rent, if I have the mortgage or the rent and money to the groceries, you can't pay the goddamn gas and electric. And the internet bill? Because we don't really fuck with cable like that. So it's gas, electric, is the internet bill.
So what if?
Or can we go half on the rent or the mortgage?
What if the mortgage is about, if you add up food, internet, gas, and lights, the rent is probably 3 times that, 4 times that. Then what?
What? So if you want to say the mortgage is what?
Let's say
$2,500?
Yep. And then that bill is $350. All that stuff $350.
What's that?
All the other stuff. Even though it's more, let's just say $500.
It's not, because your internet bill is $100.
Let's say it's like $650 to your $2,500.
But that might be fine for the guy. It's whatever they
both of y'all
come
making
up
30
with.
grand. Both of y'all making 50 grand.
Both
Both of y'all making 50 grand.
Put out. 25, you only make 30 a year. That shit is a wrap, dog. That's a whole lot of motherfucking overtime. Y'all ain't never seen each other.
Yeah.
This nigga can't never come
Fuck,
home.
bitch, we got to sleep. To work in the morning.
Shit. What you saying?
50 grand. Both of y'all making 50 grand. He can afford to pay the rent, but that's it. Yeah, basically all he can do is afford to pay the rent, his insurance, and his car
Because
note.
you'll have to go through the breakdown of, if y'all are like that and y'all want to be locked in, y'all gotta go through y'all finances of y'all breakdown. Because now you need to go through if one of y'all own a car, if y'all both paying payments, what's your payment, what's your insurance look like? If you have a kid, you have 1 kid or 2 kid, like if you're on child support, or like it's gonna be a lot of breakdowns. So y'all really had to sit down and do y'all finances. And hey,
some people don't even like to had that intrusive conversation because they ashamed.
They don't. And some people, like my man Harry, I need to see my man Harry's birthday in August. Harry up there in age now, but Harry used to tell me, he's like, Dono, I don't show my wife my check.
What Harry do?
Well, he used to work with me. He got bread now though. He got messed up at work and
Sued.
Yeah. He taxed them.
Got
No
that
taxation
lotto check,
without representation. And he had a lot of it.
He named the part.
he had a lot of it. So Harry had bread when I first started working at the job. That man had a new whip every year. Harry run through the whips.
Well, he was a driver?
Yeah. And but he told me that. He was like, no, my money is my money. Long as what needs to be paid is paid, it's none of my wife's business.
No, that's right.
Hey, he the man around that motherfucker. and his wife was super cool. Like I used to talk to him on the phone. Dad be Harry like way older than me. He'd probably be my fucking grandfather, but he was super fucking cool. And his wife used to work with my aunt, so I would see them all the time and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, Harry like, no, that's my money. You don't need. But some people, depending on how you manage your shit, but you got to break it down like that. But yo, it is definitely men, and it's definitely way more women out here than you think that is willing to have a motherfucker share this responsibility of these bills. Because you're not going to tell me these bills ain't kicking your ass. And then you see a lot of women who, let's say, you have the CNA, GNA. You work in these fucking 15, 16s and these goddamn doubles. You ain't got to work all them goddamn doubles if that man was there to help you, because you want to keep working these fucking doubles or you want to go 50-50.
I spoke about this maybe about 2 years ago on the pod. I think we was talking about bills and shit, and I was talking about how I was dating this girl and we came together, and I kind of taught her money. It's like, okay, cool. Let's talk about our finances. And at first she was kind of ashamed to let me in. And I'm like, all right, so what do you owe? She had, this. Just kind of crazy. She just making these minimum payments. So I was like, look, I'm gonna teach you some shit. And we wasn't living together, but I was just teaching her like, and it's basically kind of what you said. Like, let's talk about what your car payment is, what your insurance is, what your credit card is, like all this, what she had, like payday loans, all this other shit. And I came up with the thing is 2 is 1 and 1 is none, right? So if I make 250 and my girl make 100, let's learn to live off of the 100, even though I make 250. And if we pay off our debt, get everything down and live below our means, which is instead of the $350 we got coming into this house, we can learn to live off $100. We got money to buy what the fuck we want and invest in whatever, and we still living beyond our means. So if something was to happen, we got shit money and we're not living above our means. So shit gets slow, whatever the case may be. They let nigga, whatever the case may be, you're not panicking because you're not. I know so many people who make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 and they still live check to check. And it's crazy because now I get it, life. But for the most part, when they making that crazy amount of money, they just as fast as that check hit, they going to buy bags, just do stupid shit. And it's like, you don't know what's going to happen. So,
all right. So look, right. So the house that I grew, one of the houses that I grew up in the 18, right? It was last sold for $55,000 back in 08.
55, that's it?
That's it. It says estimated value right now is 113. So my mom used to rent this place. I don't know how much the rent was.
That crib.
So my mom and then my stepdad moved in. My mom already had the house before she met my stepdad. Stepdad came along, moved in. They worked. My mom worked. MTA, she drove the bus. My mom made over 100,000. So stepdad, Pop, he worked. He made over 100. He was a foreman and then he had other trucks to do side work. So he could be at work. He'll send two other motherfuckers, 2 trucks to go do side work. So he always had money coming in. So my mom didn't take off for a year. She worked every day. If I saw my mother, she would sleep. I just gave her a kiss. That was it. Or I asked her for some money. She'd just point to her purse.
She was grinding for something.
Grinding because she wanted the house that South Harford County. So she get the house out Harford County. They split the mortgage.
So y'all left that house and moved into Harford County Care.
Yeah. House built from the ground. Wasn't shit there, but dirt.
Oh, she built it.
Yes.
Got you.
Corner lot, biggest lot in the whole joint. They both make over 100,000. They split the mortgage.
Stand up.
He paid the cable. And I forgot what she had to pay along with groceries. And sometimes she'd be like, yo, I need some money for some groceries. All right. They went on trips. He was fresh. She was fresh. He loved to gamble. They went gambling, be gone for hours, days. They both loved to gamble, but he loved to gamble even more. And then that was a problem. I literally never heard these people argue about money. Even till this day, they are divorced now. My mother has never talked bad to me about him ever. And it never has been a money thing about, oh, he didn't have this, he didn't have that. Nothing ever was cut off in the house. Unless my mother might have forgot to pay the bill and then, the cable ain't on. All right, bring me my card. Bong.
Yeah.
We back. My lights ain't never been off. I ain't never walked in the house and my lights was off.
That's right.
Thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. So me seeing it, these people are living a $300,000 house built from dirt to something. 4-bedroom house. And they split the bills. She had a whip. He had 2 whips. She could take whatever. She had keys to everything. What the fuck is the problem?
We live in a different world, dog.
So it's like, so when I hear women, which I understand, that's how you were raised. Pop could not just pay $300,000 on that low ass salary that he was fucking making.
They allowed for the niggas in the back.
Because fucking houses were $20,000. Oh, my grandfather taught me because it only was $20,000, bitch. Woman, lady, sir. That's why. They fucking get a house out of Hudgins. Like, yo, they was fucking, yo.
We talked about this. I said the woman want the crazy ring. She want the fire car. She want the big house.
And
she
my
want the
mother
big
ring
wedding.
was stupid.
She want the big wedding
Nigga.
and the crazy.
Mother had a Superman diamond, nigga. Her diamond was shaped like the fucking Superman.
Yeah. And
stupid.
The wedding and the
wedding was stupid, nigga.
The
Mother
honeymoon
had like 5 limos. Nigga, they went on their honeymoon. They were gone for a month.
No, that's right.
They went on a cruise, came back, went to Vegas. Came back, and went on another cruise. And then he went somewhere else. I didn't see my parents for a month. So don't tell me about nothing because I've seen it done, and I've seen it with money. I've seen the stash like, oh, can't tell your mother I got this. Oh, can't tell your father I got this. Like, I've seen the games and the fun that they play. Like, yo, bread, nigga, like.
Only 1% of black men make over $100,000. Ladies. So this pool of men that cause you seem to think that cause your algorithm keep putting these people that look like they got money. You got to think, it's like, I want to say 16,000 NCAA athletes, 16,000, 17,000, something like that. Less than 1% of those make it to the NFL. The numbers for NBA from NCAA basketball to the NBA is even less. It's like 0.2% or some shit. This is a small amount of pool of men that make $100,000, and I get it. Some of y'all keep hitting the jackpot because you like that. I gotta give it to you. Like
That's
that.
a fact.
It's just some of y'all who you got that je ne sais quoi. You got it. You invested in yourself. You got it, and you keep hitting them.
That's a fact.
Some of y'all you hit like Reggie Miller. Got it. Cool. Majority of y'all, not so much.
And I ain't even saying like, oh, you got to settle for a nigga that makes 50,000.
But
no,
you can get you a man that make some decent change, and he don't. You both can build wealth together.
You have to be two things. I'll just say two things. You have to be realistic.
Number one.
And then look at the demographic of where you're at.
Facts.
You can't be in these certain places. You're going to get certain things.
Yeah.
And the day of the age of fucking with the nigga who hustle, it ain't good anymore. Yo, because they is killing y'all too also. Kill that bitch too.
Yeah.
Sad to say, but they are. So those are the two things that I think women need to look at.
Yeah. I don't want to dogpile women, but
I'm not. But I'm just saying, because you don't see
50-50.
a man in front of that camera saying, I ain't going 50-50 with no bitch. What I look like? My mama raised me.
Yeah, we just
you don't see that. I see these women on a daily on social media. Some of them just be like, y'all talking crazy. But I see a lot of women who I
ain't selling for nothing unless a man pay everything. Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah.
And guess what? I hope that you
get
get
that. Yeah.
I ain't saying you can't. It's there. It's definitely there.
The numbers ain't in your favor though.
That percentage though.
Yeah.
That percentage.
Y'all outnumber us 17-1. So the numbers aren't in your favor. But again, shout out to the ones who is getting it and getting them hitting the big fish too.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, going to our next topic, because young Cardi has went from a star in the music industry to a star in the NFL, and his money way different.
Yeah,
than her husband's or soon to be ex-husband, baby daddy.
Yeah, Offset crashed out. He sent a warning before deactivated his social media accounts. So Cardi last week was on a boat with her booski, Stephon Diggs, wide receiver for the New England Patriots.
He was outnumbered too, boy. Good
yeah,
God Almighty.
Yeah, he was. Boy. Listen, he made sure he had all 17 that God gave for him right on that boat, and some. He said, "Oh, you gay? Give me his 17 too." Surrounded by greatness. Mm-hmm. They get back. I guess they were in New York or wherever they were, and Stephon got his hair braided. And then a picture was posted of Stephon hair braided, and Cardi's son, who she shares with Offset, has the same exact hairstyle. Mm-hmm. And Offset goes on to X and said, when somebody died for playing with my son, then call me Crash Out. I don't care how I look trolling with my kid ends bad. And then he shut his social media down. This is too far. That bruh. I I would tell you in pre-production, if it was a fade, maybe with a part on the side, you could. Everybody get the Nas part in the fade. The braids, it was some work put in. It was crafted a certain way, and it's like, I don't blame him. I'm crashing out on my
I'd have
kid
crashed
too.
out. I'd have.
He would have. I'd have called him.
Made.
He had to come see me.
It'd have been 1,000 bitches. I'd have been. Bitch, you playing with me?
Yes.
So when I get our daughter, I'm gonna make sure I take this picture with my daughter sitting between the bitch I'm fucking legs.
Oh my God, for real?
Can't get the one up on me. You want to play these games? You want to play these dope fiend games with me?
You gonna bring the kids in it like that?
She brought the kid in it.
But two wrongs don't make a right.
Hey, it ain't made it wrong yet.
You got to check. You got to have that conversation and check on this shit. And
I wouldn't even, as a man though, I wouldn't have been like, no. I mean, he still got baby braids anyway though. So I mean, he can't get super slick hair. Well, he can get hairstyles, but he can't get funky with it. I mean, my braids was long as fuck. So
I mean, yeah, he's still growing it, but it's nasty though.
I'd have been very upset, and I would have said what I'd have said.
I wouldn't have said nothing online, but
because that's I'm gonna say I wouldn't have, but I definitely would have cussed that dumb ass out, and I'd have added yo though.
Yeah.
But all that, like saying, a motherfucker gonna lose his life or some shit like that, like, relax, bro. Because the nigga still walking around who killed your brother. So, relax, bro.
True.
Relax. But yeah, my man, look, at the end of the day, Offset, you fucked up with your wife. You cheated multiple times. You done got jammed up multiple times because you had to go buy these $200,000 goddamn Birkins every time you got jammed up. Now, of course, I'll say it. It's never fun when the rabbit got the gun. It's never. So I feel the hurt. I feel you when you see your woman, your wife, she's still your wife, is out with a dude. They at the Knicks game. Your wife commands attention at all times. She is that famous that no matter where she's at. It hurts a little bit more also because everyone has put out there that Stephon is a sniper. He's a part of the sniper gang. So that hurts a little bit more because you like, bitch, you being a dummy. He just want to fuck you. You brown hair, this nigga, da da da. So I've been there. I've had those talks. I've said those things. I've said those things.
We all have.
Yeah. So it hurt a little bit more when it's like, this not a, I won't say a regular degular, but if this was like an actor or somebody that's like cool, like, nah, you over this bitch with an athlete and he lit and he young.
Now what hurt you is like, it seems like this ain't a fling. It's like, bitch, you might love this nigga. Like,
maybe
he might stick around. And
this might be the guy because that's all rumor. That's who she possibly could have had sex with when she was pregnant.
No, she admitted it.
She didn't say it was him.
Yes, she did.
She didn't say it was Stephon, did she?
Yes.
I know she said she had sex, but she didn't say it was Stephon.
She said it was Stephon.
Oh, okay.
Disgusting.
I mean, I've been there, but hey. Already pregnant, so hey, shoot it up. Yo. This is King Bentley, one half of the JFP podcast. Yo, I need all my Baltimore, all my Zone 18, all my DC folks. Show some love. I need y'all to start liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I know y'all see these fire-ass reels we be putting together. So, it costs you nothing. So just show some love, share it. If you love the content, comment. We appreciate everything. Thanks.
I'm gonna flip this since we're talking sports. We're gonna put the other one. Zion Williamson. He, of course, he's known as a player in the NBA, but a crazy dunker. But his run in the last year and a half with Mariah Mills, porn star, Instagram girl, dump truck booty. But recently,
botch BBL.
Yeah, but recently Zion Williamson is now going to civil court over rape allegations. Not criminal court, but civil court. He's being sued.
For how much?
Let me look.
About 30? I think it was like 30 million.
That's the going rate.
Yeah, that's a Puff had to kick out, right?
Yeah, he done set the market. Let me see. Zion Williamson. Shoot. I It's sexual. Ray committed sexual violence against her. The woman named, she is not being named. Civil suit filed on L.A. Superior Court last Thursday. The
plaintiff is seeking monetary and punitive damages for emotional distress anywhere from 18 to 50 million.
Woo.
According to ESPN.
Yeah. So
it says NBA player Zion Williamson is currently facing a lawsuit filed by a woman identified as Jane Doe, alleging a 5-year pattern of abuse, including allegations of rape.
18 to 23. Oh, no, I'm lying. Oh, yeah, no. They said the relationship lasted over the course of the years of 18 to 23. Mariah Mills was, that must have been 24, 25. No, 23, 24.
Who knows?
It's crazy.
Who knows? But yeah, Mariah, she tried to jump in there also. And then she on here talking about he about to lose his career and everything. She batshit crazy. Somebody need to just shut her the fuck up and get her back off the internet again.
Prayers to Zion Williamson, man.
I hope this ain't true.
I hope it ain't true, but if it boy, listen. Now, I was telling them, he looked like he got a little Ike in him. He do. And it's because of the women you choose. It's not that you beat women, but I just know you might be on some Shannon Sharp freak boy shit. Now, you ain't on Puff level, but you might be on some freak boy shit, and this girl gonna turn what Shay did on you and saying you did some shit that you didn't mean to do, you normally do, but it's a time to get a money grab. So whatever. Since we talking about freak nasty niggas,
this shit. Anything that's not true, these women need to go to fuck to jail.
Or change the statute of limitations. You cannot file, if you can't file a criminal complaint, then you can't file a civil complaint.
You can't.
And it sounds like we victim shaming, I get it, but if you don't want to file a report at the time, it has to be some type of cutoff time. You cannot. Me and Nell, I recorded the pre-production, and I'm only going to release parts of it because certain shit we talked about I don't want to put out. But it's things that we've done that was accepted in the early 2000s and the late 90s that if somebody was to come and say, oh, I wasn't comfortable then, yes, you was. But now you see I'm up. And now you're going to turn around and say, oh, yeah, in 2000, when we was in Pittsburgh, this. And it's like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
And now you get money on for some hearsay over something you consented at the time, and all of a sudden now, whatever the case may be, you saying, oh, that's not the case, and now it's your word against mine. And of course, they always believe the woman over the man because we're men and you're powerless. And bro, this guy gotta stop.
And the one thing I hate about like people who say, like, oh, he's powerful, he's a powerful man. Because you have money don't mean you're powerful.
Yeah, I don't. A lot of yeah.
But yo, you got to go the route. See, these motherfuckers be too friendly. Got to go to LeBron James route. Sign this piece of paper and put your phone in this lockbox.
Sometimes that paper don't work, man. See what happened to Puff.
Well,
if they want you, they gonna get you.
If they want you,
they ain't gonna get you. So, thoughts and prayers to him. Since we're talking about free,
even the young lady, man, take rape seriously. So
yeah,
I mean, hopefully, they were obviously dating. So for a couple of years. So hopefully, he didn't. If he did, hey, gotta come up all some of that paper, Chief.
CamRon interviewed. Oh shoot, CamRon interviewed the Punisher. I'm gonna play a little clip from his interview because CamRon on some wild boy shit, man.
How was that pussy though?
I mean, bro. Even if it was fire,
bro, was the pussy good, family? Let's stop the political shit. We was Harlem time, my nigga. You 39th Street and 40th. Was the pussy? How was that pussy, my nigga?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I couldn't get there, bro.
Okay.
Like I got a dude pacing back and forth, beating his joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My peripherals, my spider senses is wilding. You know what I'm saying? And especially when I found out it was Puff. When I found out it was Puff, it got all the way worse because if you grew up in Harlem, if you grew up in that era, I can't validate it, but everybody knows there's rumors, right? There's rumors that he could be, interested in dudes. So the whole time I'm semi-paranoid. Like I wrote in my book, bro, for real. I got a hearing problem.
Right.
And sometimes when he would give her directions, I would hear like something completely different. Like he'll say, "Yo, I like the position you in," and I'm like, "Yo, did he just say I wish I could penetrate him?" Like,
welcome to the Jam Friends Podcast.
What?
Like I'm hearing, like, "Yo, hold up, wait, what did you just say?"
Talking like that just 2 minutes ago.
So basically, you never could get comfortable because. So let's just be clear and get the elephant out the room for the audience. You're not gay, you're saying?
Welcome to the Jam Friends Podcast.
First and foremost, he had sex with Cassie how many times? A bunch of times, right?
Bunch of times.
And he can't tell me if the pussy was good. I understand that he had to be politically correct, and you can't get on Killer Show and might be like, "Oh yeah, the pussy was fire," but you wasn't getting paid enough, nigga, to just be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go fuck her." And then once you found out that was Puff over there, you said Puff was trying to tell you, like, yeah, that position is good. So that he wanted to do what? Nigga, you know what the fuck Puff wasn't worried about you. Puff freaky ass was sitting there. Some men like to watch their women get hit.
Yeah.
I've seen it with my own eyes. Seen it with my own eyes.
I stopped being friends with a dude like that.
Seen it.
Cuckolding, what they call it. The dude that get off watching his woman be hit.
Seen it. So I understand, Killer was crazy. Like, he just was crazy. And I mean, like, the comments on that shit was crazy. Also, like, yo, he's a clown, read the room, all types of shit. But he hard. Now you hard of hearing. You was hearing, but you damn sure was hearing what Cassie was telling you to put it here, put it there. He was saying also, he was like, because Cam asked him, did he ever come in? And he was like, nah. She would instruct me, or Puff would instruct to, on her thigh, or on like her stomach, or some shit like that. So he said he never came in her before though.
I got a question for you.
Get this nigga up. He got shut the fuck up now too though.
Yeah. You
don't need to go on your press run, yo. You had your fucking 36 seconds of fame. You hit Cassie. You got whatever. You got paid 800 or other money that you got. All right, now shut the fuck up and go back. We ain't know nothing about no book, no nothing. Sit your silly ass down somewhere, bitch.
All right. I had a chance to think about this. Put you in a position.
Pause.
Yeah, double pause. All right. Puff is what, about 55, something like that? 50 some years old. Let's just say you got a baddie like Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
Been having. You about 55, 56, so your prime years ain't much past you. But you get it for your freak nasty shit. You love your girl.
Mm-hmm.
But your Yamin don't work like it used to work.
Mm-hmm.
Are you allowing her?
Mm-mm. No.
But you can't you love her, but you can't please her like you used to in your 40s, mid-40s.
You were Puff did. Sniff some coke. Some of that pink powder stuff on
And
Diggs'
even
head.
then, some of that shit didn't work.
E-pill. Whatever Puff is on, I'm on. What's that new shit they promoting now? That red pill? We gonna try something. That red pill.
Oh, the Uncle Shay shit?
Yeah, all that shit they promoting. I got money. Doc, fix it. We gonna fix this blood flow. I'm Puff. We gonna fix this blood flow. But just regular old me, regular old Nell? No.
You don't love her that much?
No.
Call the Punisher.
Yeah, we not calling the Punisher. Now, whatever you do outside of this motherfucker, but I don't know. But I'm not about to be just sitting here on some motherfucking Pulp Fiction shit.
I really think that's Puff's. I think he is in that freak shit. Some of that shit I just can't fathom my head wrapping around. I really think that he is a sexual nigga, but his physical being can't keep up with
I don't know, nigga,
what's in his
because Young Miami said she like, I hate this nigga won't stop.
I think she was capping.
That nigga had that shit up in him. Telling you. That motherfucking 1-in-1, that motherfucking booger sugar. He is, I'm telling you, boy, that dope dick be, hey. That's why they call it that, nigga. He is fucking her brains out there. He don't feel nothing.
One day soon, we gonna see if Carisha was telling the truth. Or if she was capping. Because she said she like to get peed on too.
And Puff was doing all that shit.
She said it wasn't true. She'll get peed.
I mean, sometimes you gotta backtrack what the fuck you say, because I should have said that out my goddamn mouth. Like, it didn't sound as cool as you thought it was gonna sound as cool when you put it out there. Like, what? Her mother or somebody probably said, girl.
True that.
Trina, her godmother, she probably said, girl, what the fuck is you doing?
True that.
Keep some of that shit in the bedroom. You ain't got to tell everybody your shit. We don't know if Trina like to be pissed on. She probably do. We don't know. Look here. There's a lot of shit that we don't know about women in here. Some women, they are well reserved. You can't do nothing. Some women, nigga, paint my face. Like, nigga, you
all
can.
Four holes.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
So, it's all different.
All right, we're gonna skip the Frontier Airlines.
That's a different thing too, though. Like when going from a person that like is like a very sexual person to like now you dealing with somebody that's like reserved. Like, no, that hurt. Ouch. Hey, what the fuck?
I don't do that. I ain't doing this. And this is what I.
Okay. You doing everything. I don't care about you got that motherfucking guy going to bunghole, but you doing everything else around this motherfucker. I ain't trying. Nope.
Non-negotiable.
What? Literally though.
Yeah.
Nah, we fucking. Like, I don't know.
So this chick went viral. She posted a picture of herself and her fiance, but she has the clown emoji over him. I'm gonna read this little excerpt. I've been with my boyfriend for a year and we've had conversations about marriage. He bought up a tattoo of my child's father's name on my butt and said I needed to cover it before we could get married. I explained I wouldn't cover it because my child's father gave me the greatest blessing, our child. The tattoo is sentimental, so covering his name isn't an option. He gave me an ultimatum saying it's either him or the tattoo. I don't think that's fair. It's just a tattoo. It doesn't affect our relationship. He just packed his bags, threw his key on the bed, and ended our relationship. To add insult to injury, he told me to ask my child's father to pay the rent this month. Do that, you say what?
Goddamn right. I'm fucking my girl. I'm walking around. I see my girl in her underwear. I see her naked, and I continuously see this nigga name on my girl's ass. I want it covered. Now, as your boyfriend, I can understand. I don't really have a dog in the fight. We can break up at any time. Marriage is a little bit more secret. I want it gone.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at that. I don't give a fuck if it was on your hand. No. Every time we have sex, I have to look at it.
I've done disgusting shits to people, baby daddy's name. So I feel.
No, I don't go. A lion head, a tiger, elephant. I don't know what a koi. I don't know what is going there.
You better get it.
And I don't mind paying for it because I know some. Are you going to pay for it? Absolutely. Yeah.
Swipey.
Yeah. Goddamn right. Where we going? Yeah, I'm not with that. So if my man left because of that, cool. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you get to look at your blessing every day.
Yeah, I'm right. I ain't got nothing to say about that. The Game releases his top 100 rappers from LA. We ain't gonna spend too much time on this. Jayceon has himself at number 5. This list came because I think Complex put out a list, but his top, I'll read the top 25. 1, Tupac, Snoop, Ice Cube, Kendrick at 4, Game 5, Corrupt, DJ Quick, Dr. Dre at 8, Eazy-E 9, Exhibit 10, Nipsey at 11, Ice-T, Be Real, Tyler the Creator 14, YG 15, Dom Kennedy 16, MC Ren, MC 8, King T, Schoolboy Q 20, Warren G 21, Sugar Free 22, Mac 10, 23, Will I Am 24, and 25 ended with J Rock and it's 50 more, but I ain't gonna play the other 50.
Yeah, like Complex list didn't have Pac.
He had hold on.
Complex, that's Game's list right there.
I know, but it was one he put and I was like, why did you put him in the bottom 50? It was Reason at 81. Reason can fucking rap.
There's a lot of people in that rap. I'm more East Coast biased than West
Me too.
Coast.
Yeah, but Reason at 81.
I think it's more males on there that should have been higher than like a couple of women that was on there. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Coolio at 41.
the yo-yos and all that shit.
Lady of Rage at 34.
Yeah, like she gave you rough and stuff. Atmo Prof.
Crooked Eye at 34 is nuts.
Yeah, like so I don't, some of them guys I have no idea who they are.
Dom Kennedy can rap, but he can't. He's not a
Who they have him at?
spitter. 16.
Little Complex list had Kendrick Lamar at number 1.
No.
Much as I love Easy,
Tone Loc 55.
why is Easy like that high? Like he didn't write all his raps. Like he's
Dr.
like,
Dre at 8.
he was like Baby. He's a
Dr.
gang
Dre at
spitter.
8.
Yeah,
Dr.
like,
Dre at 8.
that
Yeah,
influence. Like he's not.
I don't know.
I'm fine with Dre and his contribution to the hip hop, but Easy is up there too high. That's like putting Jermaine Dupri or Puff.
Jermaine the rapper though. He writes his songs.
Yeah, that's fine.
So name me play that Dr. Dre diss verse. The diss song.
His album, what was that shit?
Life of
Time,
1472.
Yeah.
And Don Chichi. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Jason
Young just be looking for a reason to
put out documentary 3 though. Come on, put it out. NBA Finals. NBA Finals here. Thursday night, 8:00.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana versus OKC. Who we got? I got OKC in the gentleman's suite.
OKC in 6.
Okay. OKC in 5. And I got Shy MVP.
Shai.
Yeah, MVP.
Yeah. That's easy.
Finals MVP.
The Knicks fired Tom Thibodeau, fired their coach yesterday.
Who do you fucking hire now? And you more basketball than me.
People's 2 names is floating out there is Mike Malone, Denver old coach, and Mike Budenholzer. They used to coach
Phoenix,
Denver. Milwaukee. Coach Giannis and them won the championship with Giannis and them. So they were talking about them.
Nobody still want to give Mark Jackson the job, huh?
No. But he should be considered, Mark Jackson. There's a lot of coaches that should be considered. Somebody even said on X that Steve Nash is also a candidate for the job. You never know.
That's nuts.
We didn't fucking know that JJ Redick was going to be the fuck coach of the Los Angeles Lakers either. So you never know.
Okay, now we picked our finals. The season over. Mm-hmm. Lakers your team. Mm-hmm. What grade did you give JJ Redick for his first year? Given everything that happened, the trade, the injuries, what did you give him a grade?
C+.
As a first year, okay.
Yeah.
Average for a first year college. Yeah. First year coach.
I like some of the moves that he made. I like some of his philosophies, but then JJ Redick is one of those people that think he's smarter than everyone. I understand you have a Duke University's education, but he's one of those guys that's like, I'm the smartest in the room.
A dookie. All the dookies that
Grant Hill acts like that also.
Yeah.
But in the playoffs, his decision making was a little shaky for me, and things, his lineups and shit that he played, I didn't like. So I give him a C+.
True that. Greg, get out here. New music. I know the Carter 6 will be out by the time this podcast is out. So we haven't had a chance to listen to that, but Wayne also announced a 34-city Carter 6 tour. It starts at MSG on Friday. He takes a month off, and then he goes on. It's not coming to Baltimore, D.C.
My mother actually was trying to get me tickets for that shit. She's like, you want to go see Lil Wayne? I'm like, not really.
At MSG?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just knew he was coming to Baltimore.
I was like, not really. She's like, I figured you ain't like him. I said, no, I still like Wayne.
I wanted to go. If he was coming, I'm not going to the Madison Square Garden on Friday, but I would have liked to see him with his band. Somebody else dropping though.
We got
Pusha T and them announced their album.
So you got XXX is Taxation. I really fuck with Shorty. He has dropped more music dead. I swear, like Shorty is him and Juice WRLD has a song, a remix. 2 guys that's lost their is no longer with us. Of course, the Clip's been playing there. Ace Trumpets, that's been talked about a lot.
Lil Wayne put out Mix Before the 6.
Solange has a song that she dropped in a single, Say Something remix. I really don't care about Joey Badass. Meek Mill and G Herbo has the new single
Fire.
Survivor's Guilt.
Fire.
Lil Tyler is dropping an album. I like Lil Tyler, but he be tripping now. I actually listened to Gold Link, some of that shit yesterday. I really
He dropped a new album?
Yeah. Really didn't care for it too much. DMX and Joyner Lucas, they dropped a single, Bring Out the Worst. I'm cool.
I've been listening to Leon Thomas, Mutt Deluxe, Honey Baby, new album, Rav Honey, the Lil Wayne mixtape, hosted by Manny Fresh, the Mix Before the 6, and Alonda Rich. She dropped an album called Love Language. Then I just been listening to like old Southside. Like I've been wanting to hit them Southside beats.
Southside, yeah.
All that shit. So closing thoughts, man. What you got?
Oh man. I don't even think I have one. I don't know. I ain't did no shout outs in a while. Just shout out to the good people who like, listen, subscribe, give us good feedback. Appreciate all the feedback that we had on the last reel when Jay was on that trip and wouldn't let that girl go to that goddamn funeral. So shout out to all the feedback on that. I mean, shout out to, especially a big shout out to my little cousin. My little cousin lost 2 times. He be reposting a lot of our shit.
He
too.
do.
Yeah. That's my cousin Dre. So shout out to my cousin, lost 2 times. He makes custom clothes, custom socks is his main thing. So
for real,
his Instagram is lost 2 times.
Cuz invoice me and Nell. I need 10 pair of white and 10 pair of blacks with that JFP on it.
Yep, he'll do it. So shout out to my cuz. Always appreciate the support from everyone. Shout out to everybody who always reposting, always one love to Ty. Ty shot me. Always showing love every week. Shout out to Pop. Shout out to Roll Pool. Sorry if I forget some of the names. I mean, I just always appreciate the love that you guys do. Shout out to Twin. Shout out to Sherry. Appreciate you. Just everyone, man. I just always appreciate the love. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
My closing thought is simple. People are powerless without your reaction. I'm gonna say it again. People are powerless without your reaction. I want to thank y'all for fucking with us. We recorded early because we outside tomorrow. Jazzy summer nights, baby. It's a vibe. It's gonna be hot. We'll get out of here. I want to send a shout out to those that waiting for him, those that waiting for him, those that waiting for him in the few shot, those that hang out at the VA all day shot, United States of Baltimore, Zone 18. And rest in PG County and all the thugs wearing Under Armour. Listen, it's Men's Health Awareness Month and our pre-production. If you don't do it any other time this year, pick something out that list of health stuff I talked about in the front and try and focus on that. We ate healthy. We had a nice, healthy lunch before we started.
Mm-hmm.
Not no crazy salts and seasons. It was real good. Shout out to Spice Black out in Largo, man. It's a black twist to Kava or Mezza, whatever one you ever had. But they got the greens and the okra and it's I told them that shit. Whoever grandma in the back in the Spice Black, y'all.
Collard greens is good as a motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Yes, sir. So shout out to them, man. Focus on eating healthy, and we gonna stack days and stack weeks and get better. On that note, it's FriendsPodcast. We're gonna end this with Fargo and Eric Bellinger.
Welcome to the Jay and Friends Podcast.